Hello, my name is Samantha Gonzalez, and I'm a junior at Los Fresnos High School, and I'm going to be giving a speech as if I were giving one of them to a group of teenagers and asking them if they're above the influence. My speech is directed towards drinking illegally and not the drugs part of it. Are you above the influence? You might be thinking, yeah, I am above the influence. I do things for me. But it would be interesting to think, maybe I'm not above the influence. And I'm going to be giving you ideas on why you should think about this and how you should think about this. You can also visit abovetheinfluence.com for many of your questions, because there's even a quiz on if you're above the influence. So, my first question is, do you find drinking cool? If you find drinking cool, why is that? Do you find the taste good, or do you just find the idea of not really being there cool? And if you find any of those questions a yes, then you might be above the influence. But just think about why you find it cool. You might find it cool because you go to parties and you see everyone drinking and you're just like, this is what you have to do at a party. You have to drink, you have to let yourself go, you have to have fun. And you might be right, yes, because that is what a party is for, to let yourself loose, to have fun. But the only reason why we think like this is because of media. Movies display parties, as just a whole fun where a lot of drinking is involved. People are keggers, they're like, let's do all of this fun stuff. And even TV shows that are rated teen include drinking. And this is like a new change that has happened, because back then, if you were to look at the parent or audience, you would see that they would list drinking and it would automatically become PG-13. And that's only if it's underage drinking, which shouldn't even be, in my opinion, in movies, because that'll basically show teens that it is okay. And also, like, at my school, people are already like talking, they're already like coming up with who's going to be the designated driver at parties. And actually, this has been happening when I was in middle school. Like, I would hear people talk about, I'm going to be the designated driver when I go into high school and I'm going to start drinking. Like, middle schoolers are thinking that parties have drinks, and that's not a good idea. This mind frame that people have already, that there is drinking at parties, and that's not really a good idea to have, because in the meantime, like in the long run, actually, as you're drinking at parties, you're going to be having fun, and this is like a good way to basically live stress-free away from thinking of colleges. But you should be thinking about colleges when you go to parties. You might not post about your drinking, which is a good idea, because colleges will look at your social media, but other people might tag you in it. And that's a flaw in many social media, is that other schools, like colleges, can click on what you're tagged in, and if they see like you drinking, they're going to be thinking that this person's not responsible. And basically all of this happens because you weren't above the influence, but you kind of are. Like, I'm not saying that being above the influence is just not drinking ever. I'm saying to drink and to know your consequences, like to know what you're getting into while you're drinking. And that is my speech. Thank you for listening.